Ooh, this ought to be fun. Let's see. Gotta get better at this. So, just bought the game today. As you know, fashionably late to everything. Because that's what you're supposed to do, right? I think. Anyways. Pretty fun and intelligent game. You know, if you're into intelligency, you know, not many people are. What we live in.
Welcome to London Paddington. There are 3 trains available for you to take control of. Each one provides an increasingly longer journey. Which will you choose?
Alright. Let's do... It was 17 minutes. See how that goes. Oh, invisible wall. That's interesting. Yeah, well, the game is surprisingly well detailed for something that arguably they just threw out there. I guess the chance came up and they just put it out there. I would say, you know, $60 is a bit steep for a game that is having its first time really on a console platform. But from what I can tell, outside of like minor release date glitches, which hopefully glitches and bugs that they'll hopefully fix in the next few months. I'm not sure. It's been out since July 28th, so almost a month. Almost, but 24th actually.
This train is an all-stop service to Haven Harlington. Get things set up, ready for departure. You'll be heading out shortly.
These lights turned on. Daytime. Where's my cabin light? It's gonna want me to open the doors and sit here for 5 minutes. Yeah, so the gist of the entire game is driving a train because, you know, that is fun to me and a lot of other people, because if we didn't have games like this, a lot of us would probably be really bored. Because, you know, can't sit there and play Fortnite all the time. Just get boring. Passengers will load really quickly, and then you just gotta sit here for like 4 minutes. One thing I'd like to see, game-wise, is like they add where like you'll actually see the passengers boarding and getting on the train, and them fixing things like giving you the time list of which you're supposed to arrive, because nowhere in here is there like a time when you're supposed to be anywhere. So like they deduct you on that, but they don't give you a time list, which is honestly stupid. Like, oh, quick button to the map. That's neat. Oh, get it. still finding out new things about the game. Like I said, just bought it, new to me. All is there. Great. Do a very modest job of doing the instructions, arguably. It's a patient, slow and steady game, because slow and steady wins the race every time, right? Right, guys? Because we all want to win the race, but we don't want to be bothered to sit and do nothing. But, jeez. Oh. About a minute and a half until we can depart, which is a very lovely thing. One thing I'll have to say that I kind of wish the game will let you do is kind of put your head out the windows, because when the train's rolling, you can't, well, I guess there really isn't any windows, but you can't, like, come out here and look along the side of the train. I think that would be a neat feature to add to it as you're riding, that you could do that from inside of the train. I will say, I found, like, sitting in the seat and finding this folds out, I found that to be, like, a pretty neat thing. You just, like, have a passenger riding along with you. So, but one of the neater things that you can do in the game. Go ahead and start backing down the level of brake. It's just sitting here, it's not going to hurt much of anything. And close the door with 10 seconds left. Everything's loaded anyway, so it doesn't really hurt much of anything. And we're now allowed to depart. Set for 3 and have a smooth starting. But yeah, like I said, you'll find that if you play the game, get the game and play it yourself, that you'll run into things where, like, the game will fuss at you for things that you have no control over. Failed scenario, because I apparently failed to do something. Oh, the derp. The signal light was red. Failed to warn the signalman to check and make sure that I was cleared to go. Embarrassing, but happens. People in this world. Get copyright strike for doing anything amusing.
With London Paddington closed due to engineering works, you've been called on to assist with the trains being turned back at Ealing Broadway.
I don't know where I am, so I'm just gonna back out of the scenario. I know it's still part of the Great Western Express, but I don't think that it is one. Okay. Scenario. No, I got a check mark there, but doing a point. Start this back up again. It's meant to hit replay and not next scenario. Loading screens are always magnificent. Get quality graphics when waiting on the screen. Everybody love the loading screen. It is your favorite type of screen, waiting to do anything.
Welcome to London Paddington. There are 3 trains available for you to take control of. Each one provides an increasingly longer journey.
Just
Which will you choose?
Change it up. I will just get it and do the one on platform 8, which is a 30-minute train. Makes a lot of sense, I guess. I utterly failed at the 17-minute one. Maybe this one will be a bit easier. Or not. It'll probably be the same because that's what happened.
This train is a semi-stopping service to Slough. Get things set up ready for departure. You'll be heading out shortly.
Oh, yay, I get to leave soon. Alright, turn the master key. Put the throttle to reverser to forward. Turn on my daylights. Do I need cabin lights in this one? I need to open the right doors, because it's releasing on that side. Doors are open, loading the passengers. Some things are a bit funny. Like a passenger emergency override. It's pretty interesting. I'm assuming it's on an actual train, or else they wouldn't put it in this game. But you never know. There's always that one game that tends to mess up something simple. Like, what was it? It was I can't remember. Like, it was a game that came out and just utterly bombed at what it was supposed to be doing. Can't really do much anything. Like I said, you know, you don't really see where if your passengers are on themselves. You can sit in standard seating. You can actually ride along as a passenger of the train itself. But like, there's this one lonely woman. She's just standing here. Nobody else here. Just her. Nobody's on the train. You know, nobody's impatiently waiting for the train to depart. Nothing. Just you and that lady. Because I guess rendering issues. Oh, jeez. It's beeping. It's beeping at me. Oh no. I'd have done something wrong probably. Well, gotta wait the extra 2 minutes. Guess I'll take this time to just ask how everyone's day's been. You know, 14 minutes into the stream. Smooth. Got about another minute so we can start. Ooh. Let's hope this journey will be a smooth one and I don't fluff everything up. Hello and welcome. I hope you will enjoy this enticing experience into Train Sim World. Ugh. I know, poor quality stream. The stream was bad. Back off the brake. Just go ahead and do that. Makes it easier to start. Alright. Here in about 8 seconds, it'll tell me that I need to press, I guess, the green guard buzzer. Just to let him know that I am leaving. No? I gotta close my doors. I have not done that yet. Okay. Okay. Am I cleared for departure? Put it on notch 3 and you're good to go. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. Ooh. Probably way I don't want to speed. That would be bad. Let me just put it on idle. Let it roll. Real estate train revenue. Yeah. Oh. I ain't even. I'm nowhere near the speed limit. That was dumb. I wouldn't put the speed back on. Ooh. Let's see how this goes. Back it off. Just let it coast. Hopefully I don't gain or lose too much speed, because I think the speed limit's maxed out currently at 45 or 35. Let's see. Deja vu. Ooh. Guessing they want us to be prepared to stop at any second, because there's something going on. I guess there's a delay. Okay. Just keeping an eye on speed and watching out for those lights up. Like I thought. Alright, hopefully we don't have to wait too long for this light to go green. Hopefully it'll go green before we get there. Probably not, though. Guessing it's an overlay. Just patiently waiting. So, yay, that's good. Alright, let's get her up there in speed, because she can go at least 50 for right now. Ugh. We gotta be at our first stop 4 miles away at 9:55, so we got 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes to get there. Cool. Lucky for us, it is upping our max speed to 80 in about 300 yards. Okay, awesome. Any second now, we shall be getting the 80-mile-an-hour speed limit increase. There we go. Max throttle, just to try to get it up there so we can get there on time. Hopefully not late, because that would be horrible. We don't want to be late. At least not for a very important date. Our next checkpoint is in 800 yards. The signal light seems to be yellow, which means I'm guessing they want us to be prepared to stop at any moment due to a delay in the line. So elsewhere, I'm assuming. But, you know, something's like a-holes. Well, not sure if anyone who will watch this or is watching this, if they'll who's ever played Borderlands 2. Chugging along. Right. Gotta throttle back up. Maybe we can go a bit faster, hopefully. Hoping to be on time at least, and not like early, because apparently it hurts you if you're early. Not entirely sure. I've only played through the tutorial that this game offers, and played through the tutorial and the 17-minute scenario, which I was late for most of it because they really don't say anything about timestamps and so on. Okay, I should probably start backing down my throttle now. Yeah, start backing down on my throttle, be prepared to stop. Let's see what I've got. Okay. Actually, let me pause this because someone has sent me a message asking if I could do something with them. Gameplay is being only mic. Yeah, make up your mind, PlayStation. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. I got about... Ooh, snuck up on me there. Destinations in 300, 500 yards. Start applying some brakes. Then brake free. Start slowing down some more. Finish the brake. And stop us. Okay. Gotta get low. Ooh. Ooh, nice. That was close. Mafia 3. Yeah, well, just gotta wait for them to, I guess, say we can load people back onto the, well, shut the doors and keep moving. Assuming they'll give me a time and when I can shut the doors and yeah. Of course, game's a bit weird in that aspect. Welcome to the stream. Slow process. Okay, let's go over here and get ready to close the doors. Wait 10 seconds, okay? Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and take the brake off. Normal train drivers would not do that for safety concern reasons. Pretty good. It's pretty fun having to drive train. We've got a good 5 minutes to get to our next destination, 3 miles away. It's actually pretty good. Okay. Ooh, door control. Oh, it's not going to prompt me when to open and close the doors from now on. Which is, you know, it's a good thing, but if you're not going to give people timestamps for when they should, you know, be where they need to be, then, you know, until after they leave where they're at. So, like, say they stayed an extra minute outside of, you know, the train having added passengers, you know, they stayed an extra, like, 10 seconds, and that could hurt them, because that extra 10 seconds could have been, you know, engine starting to move time, or I guess launch time would be correct, or like engine launch time, and you're just sitting there and you're waiting for the train to speed up, but you've lost 10 seconds, so you'll more than likely be late, and it hurts you. It penalizes you for stuff that it doesn't really try to help you to stay on a stable platform for, which is weird to me. Ooh. All this screen switching. But, ooh, 65? That's good speed. I'd say go idle, but, ooh, actually, yeah, idle it out, 66 miles an hour. Got just over a mile and a half to go. If I'm reading that correctly. It's a thrilling moment. Just cruising along. Normal train driver wouldn't get out of the seat, but this lovely view, and you can't see outside the train. Well, actually, I can actually. I forgot I could look outside the train. I feel dumb now. Yeah, it doesn't, what are you doing? I am driving a train, so, you know, the fun factor of this is driving a train. Start applying some brakes, and get it to slow down. Using braking. 5 seconds in and 5 seconds off. Just slow it down so it eases into the station better. That would be a bit late on this. Maybe not. Probably, I'm actually early. A minute early. It's good. Because I can use the extra time to load. You know what? Right here's just fine. We'll take it. Alright, opening the doors. And we'll begin loading passengers. As soon as it says that we've acquired all the passengers, we will leave. Yes, it is fun. You know, just patience and waiting. If you don't wait, you'll be punished for it, so probably end it after I do this scenario. It's more of a, you know, look and laugh at kind of thing for some people that are watching, I'm sure. Like, oh my god, he plays a train simulator. Make fun of him. Ha 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 ha. Just go ride the train. It's much better. Well, some of us don't have access to these kinds of things. You know, we don't live in the suburbs. Wait until 10:02. Didn't you guys just tell me you weren't going to tell me when I needed to? Okay, it's going to tell me that I can leave then, I guess. Guess that means when I can actually depart, which is fun. So I gotta wait 10 seconds. Woohoo! 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. And take off. Okay. Next station, we gotta be there in 3 minutes. It's only a mile, about 2 miles away, so let's make this easy. Easy and smooth sailing. Let's not be late to anything. Or, you know, halt. You've failed to uphold the law. Fun and exciting situation when you don't uphold the law. You know, one of those lights go red. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Because you gotta end the scenario. Be like, oh, well, technically you crashed because the light was red. Obviously, the tracks were unavailable for you to travel on. Yellow, from a conductor standpoint or a train engineer standpoint, I'm guessing is you need to keep an eye out for them to switch it to red, and you know, keep your speed at a level pace just in case of emergencies. As you can see, we got a red signal, so probably have to brake here, slowing down and making sure that if it doesn't switch to yellow before we get there, we can stop. Okay. Now we can continue because it is at yellow, which means be cautious. You may have to stop again, which can hurt our time, having to slow down and speed back up, which, you know, sucks, but hey, it's life. Glad I'm not on this train, because I definitely would not want me as, you know, my train operator, driver. Sure, I'd want somebody, you know, actually qualified in what they're doing and isn't randomly pressing buttons, hoping and praying that that is what it'll do. Just gonna do a smooth stop here. 300 roll. Slowly bring the train to a stop. Flying second brake stage. I think we'll be a few seconds early. Won't be a whole minute early, but should be a few seconds early. At least maybe not on the train. Just bring it to a rolling stop. And you know what? Good enough. Alright. Letting the passengers on board. Hopefully they all load within a minute so I can continue on down the line. We'll say having to do semi-stops is a lot better than stops every 2 seconds because you don't have to worry about as many passengers and being on time as much, because it normally gives you a decent amount of time to get to where you're going. Oh, look. I guess the issue has been resolved somewhere else down the line. Or maybe I was the issue. Maybe I was the one that caused them to start waving the yellow flag. Uh-oh. Hate to be that. Alright, in a few seconds it should say that the passengers are loaded and we may depart. And they're loaded. We may depart. Stop at location. Okay, so we got 3 minutes to get about 2.5 miles down the track. So let's see what happens here. Got a 90-mile-an-hour speed limit. Should be interesting. Hopefully we can get there on time. I know a train engineer's issue a lot of the time is how quickly people load onto the trains. Kind of noticed that is at least something that they generated into the game, where each station people will get on or off at different speeds. So bravo for that mechanic. Now, if only you could bring, like, actual aspects that should be here. I'm assuming, I'm not like a professional, but I would say that, giving a list of when you're supposed to be at a station and when you're supposed to depart would help a lot of people. I guess that would help also with the realism of the game, arguably. But this will be our last stop, and we'll, I guess, part ways with you guys as well after we see how well I did. Maybe I did spot on, or I did absolutely terrible. Who knows? We'll keep the theme going. Oh, back off throttle. Not up throttle, back off throttle. I don't know if I'll have to stop. Hopefully I will not have to stop. That would suck and hurt our time. Because it would take a minute just to speed back up. Apply some brake. Oh, okay, sweet, we can keep going. Cruising at a good 50-60 miles an hour. Seems to be a pretty good speed. Your average British, I want to say metro system. I don't really think I can't really call it a subway. But, oh. Well, I would say the signal is telling us that we need to slow down, but that's actually where we need to stop, so it doesn't really matter. Apply some brakes to try to get it to slow down faster. Don't want to overshoot. Hopefully this time I'll be on the dime. Maybe. We'll get lucky, hopefully. I think one thing that I guess this is supposed to be the more laxed version of the same company, Game Dove. They do this game. I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm gonna overshoot. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm just gonna back up. That was sloppy. I'll admit that was sloppy. Woo! World's greatest train driver. You saw it here first, folks. Just overshot the platform. Totally something your average everyday train driver does. Just gonna let everybody off. And here's the loud noise that is annoying. So as we wait. As we wait for the people to leave the train, so that we can leave ourselves, even though it's not gonna, weirdly enough, it's not gonna tell us to turn it off, but I guess that's, one driver does the run one way and another driver picks it up and continues, which would, you know, make sense. Woo.
All our trains and stations are no smoking areas. Please do not smoke until you have left the station premises. This includes e-cigarettes.
Okay. With that done, it is time to wrap this up. I'm pretty sure it will. Oh wow. We've got another location to go to. Like I said, they don't do a very good job at saying telling you times. So like now I know that we'll probably be late for the next station because I overshot this one by accident, and I should have known we wouldn't be ending here because they didn't have me go into the runoff. So yay. Continue and see how we do. I'm obviously doing terrible for someone who's, I guess I'm doing pretty good for someone who just started the game. Well, guess that's not bad. We got like about 2 minutes. I had about 2 minutes to get down the track, a mile and a half, well, just over a mile. So hopefully I can get there. Got a mile to go. Interesting way of going about things. But I think Dove Love Dove, their game, I think this was meant to be the more laxed version of their more serious train simulator. Because this is Train Sim World, I'm assuming they went the same way that Five Nights at Freddy's did, made this the more friendlier version, so to speak. Just gonna hopefully ease it on into this station and not overshoot this time. That would be nice. I am now 13 seconds behind schedule. I'll probably be a whole minute behind schedule, because I am 20 seconds late to this station. Isn't that exciting? It's amazing what one tiny little mistake will do to your time. It really is. Opening the doors, and hopefully they will infill and exfill. There's a person! They disappeared. Wow. The person here. I know to some people you won't understand my excitement, but like there's people on the train. Like there's actual people on the train. This is astonishing to me. I didn't think people would get on the train. Or that they modeled people on the train. That's... I bet if I sat in that seat, she'd get up and move. Oh, you can't sit in it with her there. Hello, ma'am. I am your driver. Hope you are not scared that I am not in the driver's seat and preparing for us to leave. Let me back off the brake. Anyways. Lock the doors and get going. Of course, we got 3 minutes. Well, I mean, if they really did, I think, I really feel like I'm gonna get deducted. I'm gonna get like hit with, you didn't depart at the right time, or blah 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 blah, because they don't give you a departure time, which really hurts you in the end. In my opinion, it's kind of stupid that they don't give you a departure time. Yet they'll deduct you for it. They'll deduct points for it, or they'll give you a red flag for it. Like, no, you didn't do this right. Like, could you not? Because you didn't bother to tell me when I should leave, and you didn't exactly bother to encourage me to leave at that time. You encourage me to get there at a time, but you don't encourage me to leave after a certain time. Hopefully we can get to this next place, which is a mile down the track, in under a minute, because I don't feel like slowing down until I absolutely have to, which will be interesting to see if this thing will really stop like it should. And you should really listen to those warnings about trains and cars, because these things really don't stop on a dime. They'll stop about a mile and a half down the track. So, be careful crossing railroad tracks. You hear a train coming, don't try to gun it and get over it and beat the barrier. You're just hurting yourself in the process, and those with you. It's really sad to see people getting accidents that could have been easily avoided by just, following safety rules that, everyday people have to follow. But for some reason they felt that they were special and they needed to miraculously get special treatment that they could make it. I'll take it. Why? Because my door is the only door that overshot. Ha! Good enough. Sir, are you riding all the way to the end of the line? Maybe. I'd hate to be in the first class, I guess, because now you gotta walk all the way down to the end of the platform. How you doing, ma'am? Yeah. Oh, so they can walk into each other, but we can't walk into them. That's pretty good. I'll take that. That's how there's like ventilation. She's not even getting on the train. What'd I come out here and say good day to her for? She could have been a feminist and got all upset. Like, I will never ride these trains again. For that man tried to hit on me. Okay, we've got... Two miles? I know they lowered the speed, which means, we'll have to go slower, but 2.1 miles away? If I'm looking at my screen correctly? Yeah? 2 miles away? It's not... I don't know. I feel like they would, they're probably going to tell me for that station at least, especially that station, that you should have waited longer. And in reality, I just didn't bother. Well, I'm probably going to get hurt there, which will suck. Fun time. Chugging down the train. Mile and a half. And about 50. Anyone who can, you know, do math. Oh, ooh. Yellow signal. Go ahead and just let it idle. Just roll. Okay, so it's gonna tell us to stop. Ooh. Woohoo! Didn't tell us to stop. Yeah, I'd actually make it on time. 2 minutes to go about half a mile. Just keep cruising. Go ahead and start applying some brake. Just go ahead and slow it down. Easy to stop on a fast move. So, interesting question for all those listening. Do bugs take fall damage? Let's see what happens here. Ooh, this will be our last stop. Woohoo! Didn't realize that though. Just oh wow, getting deducted points because going too fast. Isn't that nice? Anyways. In Train Sim, doing a scenario, you would have been like, every second that you were over the speed limit, you got deducted like 50 points. You didn't get that many points to like really go on about anyways, but like that 50 point per second take is just evil. Oh man. Slowly creep into the station. Let everybody export the train. And we will be done after we objective complete. Let's let these people off. It's gonna tell me it wants the brake at apply brake throttle at full service and not emergency braking. Turn the master key. It's just gonna tell me things I need to do before I can get out of the train. Off. Why is it? Okay. Blocking.
Good work on that run. There are plenty more duties you can sign up to if you're interested.
Okay. With that is done. I know the train's still running, but it doesn't tell us to turn it off, because I'm assuming there will be somebody doing a return run. And yeah, like I said, you get hit with everything, because I was due at 9:55 at Ellingbrook Broadway, and because I came a minute early, Banhammer, South Hall, I was a minute early, Banhammer, I was actually on time for Hayes and Hurlington, but I guess it counted seconds there, and the same thing with West Dalton. But it's weird, because everything else that I was on time with was, you know, on time. So I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm assuming that I was late or early or what. It's, the game's finicky, and it doesn't exactly, I guess that's a bug, because I was on time, and it shouldn't count me, it shouldn't pin me for being early either. But I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and thank you and good night whenever this one's done. Thank you and good night.